What's up, everyone? Bran here from Bloody Breakdown, and I know I may be a little late to the party, but I did just get back from vacation just yesterday, and I, like you all, have seen the Halloween Kills teaser footage that they let out just in time for Halloween. And I did get a chance to check it out. Like I said, went on vacation shortly after, didn't get to make a video on it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go audio only. I'm going to show you exactly the images that I'm talking about. I'm not going to play the actual footage because, as we all know, on YouTube, there's no such thing as fair use. So I'll just use the images that I've clipped from the video that I want to talk about specifically. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump right into that. All right, so the first image we have here is, of course, Anthony Michael Hall, who's going to be playing the role of Tommy Doyle. Brian Andrews, please shut the fuck up on Facebook. You're not doing anything to help your case. Anyway, so we see Anthony Michael Hall here as Tommy Doyle with his baseball bat. We had seen this image floating around recently all over social media. Looking at this image, and there was another image that's not involved in this trailer that was released when they had officially said that filming had wrapped, that had, Nurse Marion and Tommy Doyle and Lindsay Wallace all together in one shot. The code name of the film being Mob Rules. It really looks like we're getting some type of mob of Myers survivors coming after the Shape. So yeah, it's very interesting to see this image here. It looks as if Tommy Doyle is going to be going Tommy Doyle from Halloween 6 and beating some green mush out of Myers' head. Very interesting clip here. And like I said, it kind of harkens back to what we had been talking about here on this channel for the last several months, that the film being codenamed Mob Rules and all of these survivors coming back. This, to me, seems like a slasher fan's wet dream, a Halloween franchise fan's wet dream, just filled to the brim with all of these old original characters coming back after Michael. I could really see it, and it's something that a lot of people talk about with a lot of different franchises. It looks like we'll actually be getting that in Halloween Kills. And here we have what appears to be Michael's hand wrapped around a knife, I think where it feels the most comfortable. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, his right hand, which has all 5 fingers still intact, although it is bloody. That's not to guarantee that that's his blood for sure. His left hand was damaged pretty severely in Halloween 2018, so we haven't had a look at that yet. And speaking of Michael, here is a really interesting side, almost back view of Michael in full coveralls and mask. It does look somewhat like the mask used from the last film, but I know there's been a lot of speculation on if Michael is actually going to have the same mask. Was the mask damaged in the fire at the end of Halloween 2018? This one looks as if it may be a newer mask, but it does have a lot of the same qualities from the old one as well. So this could be a part of maybe a flashback scene from the Lonnie Elam stuff. Maybe there's more flashbacks that we're not even aware of at this moment. Maybe he gets a new mask. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I thought it was a really cool image here as well. And speaking of the Lonnie Elam flashback, the one flashback we're guaranteed to see, as I believe Robert Longstreet's character is going to have a little bit more fleshed out of a backstory. Wasn't much to say about Lonnie Elam in the original Halloween. He kind of picked on Tommy Doyle, and then Dr. Loomis had a little fun at his expense. He was just kind of a bully. So yeah, I think Robert Longstreet's going to have a bit of more of a role in this one. We know his son Cameron was in the last film. He's going to be returning in this one as well. So I think we're going to be giving Lonnie Elam more of a backstory, kind of fleshing him out here. As you can see in this scene, it looks to me like Michael Myers is standing behind a bush, about to scare the living shit out of Lonnie, even worse than Dr. Loomis had in the original 78 film. And this is a really interesting clip to see, because we've actually seen a bit of the leaked image or the leaked video rather, of this actually going down. So seeing how this actually happens, where Michael kind of steps out after Lonnie passes, seeing some of these things come together, really interesting. And I'm loving this teaser so far. Now, this image here looks like Allison, portrayed by Andy Matichak, Jamie Lee, aka Laurie Strode's granddaughter, exiting a vehicle with a big shotgun. And looks like she got her cell phone back. Maybe she dug it out of the pudding. Maybe she went up to Verizon and got a new one. I don't know. But she's cell phone in hand, shotgun in the other hand, exiting a vehicle. And it looks like the end of the Halloween 2018 film wasn't exactly what a lot of people were thinking, that maybe she'd pick up the mantle of the shape, sort of like Jamie in Halloween 4. We know they dropped the ball with that one. But it looks like what we're going to be seeing out of Allison is that she is going to become a badass, the likes of Laurie Strode in the last film. And maybe she's going to do it a little bit early. Maybe she picks up this mantle and runs with it. You know, I know there's a lot of debate about, will Jamie Lee survive this one? I think she will, considering Halloween Ends is just around the corner. But we could be setting the stage for a brand new final girl in the Halloween franchise. And, you know, I think if done right, it'll make a really good story, a really good evolution of her character, and I think it could be done very effectively. And here's Karen Strode, and she, although she had a glimmer of a badass moment toward the end of Halloween 2018, we see her wearing the Christmas sweater here, presumably around Halloween, since most of these movies are around the holiday. And who could blame her? This family definitely is one of those families that should skip over Halloween and head straight to Christmas. Happier times. Oh, man. But yeah, it looks like she maybe is in an interrogation room. Maybe she's in a waiting room. It kind of looks like there's a hospital bed in the reflection of this mirror here. So I would say hospital. Maybe in with her mom. Who's to say? But I do think it's funny, just her character, you know, even though she did have to step up, it's at the end of Halloween 2018. It's not something she wants to do. It's not something she's accustomed to doing. It's not how she wants to live. And I think that sweater says a lot more about her character than even, you know, great deals of dialogue could. I thought this was a pretty cool image as well. It looks like, I'm going to assume, Michael Myers perhaps stepping out of this car. Looks like, you know, a Halloween hoe. I'm just throwing it out there. No judgment. Sexy nurse firing a gun at this vehicle. I'm going to assume it's Michael, and I'm going to assume that because of the very next shot as well. So let's go ahead and jump into that one while we're taking a look here. And it looks like the very same vehicle to me. This doesn't look like the sexy nurse anymore. This definitely looks like Lindsay Wallace here, in my opinion. So I got to tell you, Kyle Richards may be biting the dust here. Maybe it's a close call. I don't know. But in my opinion, that's Lindsay Wallace. And that's definitely Michael Myers coming after her. So, yeah, another cool image from this teaser that may or may not be giving something away. But I don't think so. I think they're going to try to be a little bit more careful about that this go round. But nevertheless, still a cool image. This one, I made a zoomed in version of this image my profile picture on Twitter and Instagram. I absolutely love it. The Strode house is burning down and Michael Myers stands on the front porch exiting. I really like this. You can actually kind of see some of the water coming here. I don't know if that's the fire department putting out the fire and Michael's just right there. I don't know what's going on, but he's obviously just escaped. He has this big tool, this big pipe or something in his hand. It's just a really badass shot. And, you know, I got to say, this shot more than anything else gets me hyped, gets me pumped for Halloween Kills. Michael, if this shot is any indication, is going to suffer very little, if any, ramifications from that fire as far as, you know, any kind of damage done to him. But he looks just so badass and triumphant, as the soundtrack said. Just walking out onto that front porch, weapon in hand, as obviously someone here is trying to put out this fire. I'm assuming it's the fire department. So yeah, just a really cool image and my personal favorite from the whole damn teaser. And this is the final image I wanted to go over really quickly here. It looks like Michael Myers is looking into a mirror. I'm not sure if the gray-haired individual is a part of the shot. It looks like they are if the camera is positioned the way I think it is. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on in the shot or who that could be as far as the gray-haired person goes. But Michael's definitely going in for a kill or a scare here. Perhaps even someone caught him off guard. And that would be very interesting to see as well. So yeah, that's the last image. And like I said, guys, I don't think they're giving away too much, perhaps like a lot of people said they had done with the second trailer for Halloween 2018, although we're still early in here. They literally just finished filming, and we've got about a little less than a year to go before this thing hits theaters. So a lot of speculation at this point. But yeah, a really, really cool teaser with some really cool still images to take a look at. So there they are. So yeah, filming has wrapped on Halloween Kills. We got a nice little teaser there. I'm excited. I know you all are as well. Let me know down below in the comment section what you all think about my summation of what's going on in some of these images. Let me all know what you think as far as the film and some of the things we may or may not have learned from this teaser. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe and ring that notification bell if you're new here. That way you'll never miss another upload or a live stream. Check the description section for links to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even support my work on Patreon. That would be splendid if you would do that. Really would appreciate that. Especially after the kind of day I had at work today. But that's neither here nor there. This isn't a personal blog. This is for horror. So yeah, I'm Bran from Bloody Breakdown. Super excited for Halloween Kills. Less than a year away. And we'll catch you next time.